Welcome back. I'm glad you're still with us. Now, let's take note of the ongoing efforts by various stakeholders to increase the access to humanitarian services across the country. Now, one of the stakeholders who are involved in offering some of these services to communities across the country that need them is the Rotary. And, of course, there has been contention on what method, what model works best, and there has been a need to be able to ensure that in a bid to ensure that mobilization of financial resources is eased and these resources reach those that need them, there must be some kind of model that can be used or strategy. Is it a one-size-fits-all, or it's something that can be done basing on the needs and the circumstances of any one community? That's a whole lot of work, and Rotaract Club in Bweyogerere is undertaking some interventions in Chotera. They are in phases, and here to update us on exactly what is happening is the president of the Rotaract Club in Bweyogerere, Pafra Ssekuuma. Many thanks for making time for the program. A very good morning.
Good morning. Good to have you.
Yes. When you speak about humanitarian intervention, it is multifaceted, and the Rotary and Rotaract clubs are but just players within that space. What is your experience like, and what are you working on that seeks to settle this very pertinent aspect of communities that need humanitarian aid?
Yes, first of all, thank you for having me here.
You're most welcome.
Now, we have a pertinent issue, that is to offer support to the people that need. In Uganda, currently, we have a gap, and we need to bridge. It is supposed to be bridged between, that is me and you. We have to do something. We are supposed to be less compassionate and offer the services that people need. Do something so that we can create the change that is desired in this country. As you well know, humanitarian need or crisis is required in Uganda, and is rising. It's on the rise. As you well know, things to do with the refugee influxes in Uganda, disease outbreaks. Recently, last year, we had the outbreak of Ebola, and you saw about a need of over 5,000 people in Karamoja sub-region who are food insecure. All that is supposed to be done by me and you, nobody else.
That's right.
So the little you have, and that's where Rotary comes in, to have another methodology to offer support.
Okay, when you talk about a need for a new approach, what exactly do you mean? What has been the existing approaches to humanitarian aid and service delivery in the country? What we know from this, from our point of view, is that this is a huge government task to be able to resettle communities, to be able to provide needs, especially in times of disaster. But then again, we see the Rotary coming in to intervene. Yeah. What is the intervention mechanism? Yeah,
I was rolled out my club, the Rotaract Club Bweyogerere Namboole. Yeah. Back in the day, we used to hop from one district to another to collect resources from here, from ourselves, from donations from our friends. We have now onboarded corporate entities that have come on board to expand our reach and increase our impact. So that wasn't sustainable. So we devised means and a more sustainable way altogether, and that is when we decided to phase our projects. We decided to adopt a village called Rwankoni in Masaka, Chotera to be specific, and we said it is very important to have a sustainable approach. That is why we need to have feasible results. So after the M&E that was done in the recent past, we decided to have something done small, but with a big and immense impact. So we've done in the first phase, and in the second phase, we have recorded results. Now this phase, we are going big and better. So if I told other humanitarian entities out there, know what is required by other people through the needs assessment that is supposed to be done, you get to the feel of the people, what is required, you engage them so that they own up with these projects. Or else people normally think for people that they offer help, But what we decided to do as our club is that we offer what is required by those people. Yes, it's in 2019 when we decided to adopt this village. You know, it was after COVID, and now you could not donate clothes, you could not donate. People needed money. You understand? People wanted
so
money
badly.
So what we decided to do is we intervened in one of the focus areas of Rotary, which is economic and community development. Well, we decided to intervene, and we gathered resources from our sponsors, to be specific, Centenary Bank, and we decided to come on board, and we, sorry for the Muslims, we were able to offer pigs, and we bought for people pigs and startup capital, so that to answer things to do with food security and also economic empowerment. Yes, that's what we did, and so we identified the community, and we knew what they wanted at the moment. That was it. Now, for now, we have moved 2 years past, or 3 years. So now, right now, they need other things. That's maybe to improve things to do with the health sector, things to do with the school. We need to offer scholastic materials. We need to engage the boy-child empowerment right now, as per our district governor, Kakembo, advises us. So
what I pick from the conversation is something that is very eye-opening. The need to understand the specific needs of a community.
Exactly.
Prior to intervention.
Exactly. That is a missing gap.
That's the missing gap.
Exactly.
So most of the time what we see various stakeholders is a rush. Something has happened, let's go and help.
Yes.
And then they bring clothes.
Exactly.
And then somebody looks at you, they are grappling with the lack of a meal.
Exactly.
And here you are, you have brought a bale of clothes.
Exactly.
And they're like, oh my God, now where am I going to sell these clothes to get money to buy
Exactly,
food?
yes.
So that's a model that must be adopted.
Yes.
Do you think there is good collaboration for government to be able to define how it intervenes, especially after a disaster?
Yeah, to report, I'm so happy that most of our decision makers in this country have been enrolled or are members or part of Rotary in Uganda.
Okay.
So basically they are getting to learn the more that we are doing, and by God's grace, if all goes well, they will basically implement what we are doing as Rotary.
Now, talking about sustainability.
Yes.
On the part of the recipients of this aid, the humanitarian aid, sustainability is a question that has to be looked into and addressed. But do you look at sustainability at resource mobilization level to ensure there is a constant flow and availability of resources to enable you to intervene?
Yeah, and I will try to draw you back. It is well known that Rotary is the Rotary Foundation, to be specific, is a 4-star rated charity organization.
4-star rated?
Yes.
Wow.
For the last 14 years. For the last 14 years. It is one that has made it be reliable. It is reliable. And how sustainable is the foundation is we are so much into accountability, yes, and that has enabled even down to the clubs. The accountability part has enabled even corporate entities to come on board, because that is the most sustainable way to actually finance these humanitarian interventions, because our personal monies have a limit, but we have entities, let me say, Nation Media or NTV, they have a bag full of, let me say, they are CSR. And, with the CSR model, we believe we can tap into that, be people of example, be dependable people, and we offer things that are reportable. Yes. What is a problem? What we find is a problem to people failing to get donor funds, or it is failure to account for this money. And it's a problem that is affecting most of our events or our charity organizations here in Uganda. So that is why Rotary is has a far reach on the look of things, because we account for, we foster change, and we are people of intellect. We are people. We foster integrity.
Okay.
Yes. So in that way,
the one was integrity.
Integrity.
Intellect
yes.
was an upfront and an attack
yes.
on those that may not be members of Rotary.
Integrity. Yes.
Yeah.
Integrity to be specific.
Okay. Now, for communities that need education.
Yes.
Are you rolling out scholarships? Are you building schools?
Yeah.
What happens in that case?
Yeah, so for the Deserving Hope project, that is, our project is called the Deserving Hope project in our Rotaract Club of Bweyogerere Namboole. I will speak for that for now.
All right.
Yes, we have done a number of programs in education. And to be specific, this Rotary, that is next weekend when we shall be heading back to Rwankoni. That is from 1st to 3rd of December. We are enrolling on and empowering a boy child, as I earlier mentioned. Okay. We are going to offer scholarship to this boy child up to up to secondary, up to A level. Up to A level. Okay. But now it is well known in St. Herman Rwankoni currently. This school that is of a population of 518 people or students. I would like to first brag about that. When we first intervened, the school had about an enrollment of 200 students. Yeah. But due to the empowerment that we have given these communities over the past 2 years, we find that the enrollment has gone to 518 currently. Oh, and wow. The worst bit of it, it stops at O level. So we have, since I told you we are facing these projects, we have a dream of actually constructing an A-level section. Okay. We had plans of starting it this year, but due to financial constraints, as you well know, we are just able to do. We've already worked on a classroom block. We are now going to. I would like to report that these students who are in boarding section, especially the boys, sleep on the floor. So we are intervening. We are intervening. This.
Get them some beds.
Yeah, so we're going to get them beds. I have to report. We're going to get them beds, and. Maybe a donor or someone out there today might offer mattresses as well. Okay. So we're going to offer them beds and mattresses and mosquito nets, because imagine with the country and the rise of malaria currently. So in the school, we are going to offer scholastic materials to these people, and we've done it in the past 2 years, and we're not stopping now. All right. Yeah.
Mr. Pafra Ssekuuma, President of the Rotaract Club at Bweyogerere. Your last word.
Yes, my last word, I would like to thank NTV for having me this morning. I don't take this offer for granted.
We're honored to amplify that particular initiative and ensure humanitarian services.
Exactly. So my last words, I would re-echo what I said earlier, is we should stop being too compassionate and be the solution that this world deserves. Okay. And we offer we be action-oriented people, so that we carve down this humanitarian crisis that is on a rise in Uganda.
All right, thank you very much. That is Pafra Ssekuuma. He's president of the Rotaract Club at Bweyogerere. Let's go for a break. When we return, we shall be looking at pay TV, something that out there are some individuals who say things need to improve. Others are like, we need more options. Should we get them? We shall find out. Stay with us.